Hi, I'm Debbie Rochon, and I'm here at the 22nd Annual Oldenburg International Film Festival, standing in front of the great Casablanca Theater. Inside, I have seen such stars as Humphrey Bogart, but we'll get to that later. I'm here to show my movie, Model Hunger, so let's take a look inside. Thanks for waiting. Couldn't hold it any longer. Come on, let's go to the theater. The Oldenburg Film Festival has meant so much to me because this is, first of all, my fourth time here. The first time was with a movie called Nowhere Man. And that was a very, very special movie that I took a lot of chances in, and it was very difficult, disturbing material, and Oldenburg had the balls to show it, whereas a lot of other places were very afraid to have a movie where a woman cuts a man's balls off and then holds them for ransom, sort of like a film noir type of thing. And that was just incredible. I made a lot of friends, which turned out to be lifelong friends. I mean, that's the nice thing about Oldenburg. When you meet people and you come back, whether it be filmmakers, certainly Torsten, and everybody involved with the film festival, is that they become friends and they stay in touch and they invite you back when you have special projects that are worthy of Oldenburg. The last time I was here, I was on the first all-female jury, and that was, without a doubt, a huge honor for me, because even though I couldn't twist those ladies' arms and get them to vote for something on the darker side, it was a great process, and we came to terms with the fact that their selection, which was a wonderful movie, was going to win, and the kind of darker stuff that I really liked didn't win. But I felt good because they were kind enough and generous enough to say, even on stage, that it was not unanimous. I know this sounds like I'm saying something bad about somebody's movie, but I'm really not. I'm just acknowledging all of the movies that we saw, the dark ones, the ones that took the big chances. And here I am now, the fourth time, with my directorial debut, Model Hunger, which also takes insane chances. I mean, it's really crazy. It's very raw. It's extremely brutal, and it's got a lot of messages in the movie. And you know, it works perfectly at somewhere like Oldenburg because it needs that special kind of audience. The filmmakers that come here, not just the people who put on the film festival, but the filmmakers themselves, the performers, they're very supportive of one another. And that's not the way it is in the US. You may find it once in a while, but they're really not supportive of one another because it's more like a competition. You come to Oldenburg, it's the opposite. They feel like they have something in common with you. They're sharing their art with you. So that is why Oldenburg will always be the best film festival, the most supportive. And truly, when they say they support and honor independent cinema, they really do. You know, they don't just say they do. My directorial debut, Model Hunger, is about a woman who, say in the late 60s, was sort of like a red-headed Betty Page. And she was rejected by the modeling industry and the film industry because she had a very voluptuous figure. And the twiggy, heroin chic, thin model came into fashion, and so she was out of a job. And now she's much older, played by Lynn Lowry, who's worked with Cronenberg in Shivers and lots of great directors. And she does an amazing job. She's, you know, this 60-something-year-old woman that now, over all these years, takes out her anger, her bitterness, her revenge on sometimes men, but mostly women. Like skinny model is, or skinny person is the person to be, whether you're a model or just, you know, a regular woman. But also here comes the lead actress who's playing Ginny, who cannibalizes all of the women that she finds that fall into this media conglomerate sort of like hypnotizing of women, that they're not worthy if they're not perfect and super skinny, and, you know, breast implants and this reduction and facial, you know, reconstructive surgery and all this sort of thing. So her revenge is very, very brutal, and the movie has a lot to say. But it will please all of the horror movie fans, because it is indeed very graphic. I've made over about 200 movies at this point in my life. This was my, obviously, first movie directing. And I found that, you know, what I was good at was working with the actors, because I understood that each one had an arc in the movie, and everybody has their own process to get there, where they need to get. It was an incredible experience. It took me 3 years from the beginning to the very end to make the movie. 22 days shooting, but a couple of years editing. So we had a lot of VFX, putting a TV show that we shot onto TV screens. That sort of thing takes a long time to do properly. And, you know, there was at one point, just shortly after making the movie, I said, well, this is my first film and this is my last film, because, you know, it was just insane. You know, not everybody got along, and it just was like, oh, you know, it'd be nice if everybody got along, but it doesn't really matter, because the only thing that matters is what's in that frame, and everything else just falls away. So, yeah, getting ready to do it again. Jägermeister?
Ja, bitteschön.
Perfect. Okay. The B-Movie DVD video store. I bet they have hundreds of my movies. I feel like I'm in my element right now. Surely there's gonna be something here that I'm in. 200 movies after all. I mean, come on. B-Movie DVDs, that's my middle name. Oh, I think... No, I'm not, definitely not in that one. Wish I was. So, I guess we just have to wait, maybe come back, give them a couple weeks to get the Debbie Rochon movies back in, because they sell out so fast here, so. See, Russ Meyer's a good example of what being a scream queen used to be about. Just about breasts and ass, and seeing how much you can exploit your own body, and in the whole film how much everybody can be exploited. And that was the reason to make the movie. It was strictly a visual medium. People look to scream queens for titillation, not so much acting. But nowadays, as time has gone on, we have movies like I Spit on Your Grave remake. This is part 2. Now we have rape revenge movies, movies where the actresses are far more strong. We have the final girl. We have all of these different elements that have brought the horror movie, the exploitation movie, and the B-movie business to a whole nother level. So you find more and more women starting out, they don't have to scream anymore. And a lot of times they don't have to get naked anymore, like I used to have to do. And it's good for them, because now they can get a very strong role and start their career, and they don't have to take what was given to them just to break into the business. So movies have completely changed. They've turned completely upside down, 100% for women in the film industry as far as horror movies go. Now, oftentimes, the female is the heroine of the movie, just like in my movie, Model Hunger.